Hi, how are you doing? Not much to tell you really today. Uh, as usual, Buster has just got to knock the tripod. No, it's alright, sweetheart. Update on Buster, he's been poorly actually. He's got some kind of, well, he had some kind of a bug. And he started throwing up and running to the garden, and he wasn't well at all. Anyway, thankfully, you know, it's always a bit of a worry when they're, 14 and a bit, isn't it? Anyway, thankfully he had a day where he was very, very listless and he didn't want to eat, which is just not like Buster at all. And anyway, we didn't give him anything. I say we because my son's here at the minute. Buster, no, sweetheart. No, darling, don't lean on the tripod. And we starved him for the day, which he didn't seem to mind because he wasn't really interested in food. And then the day after, I just gave him some boiled chicken and rice. And then the day after that, he was back to normal again. Well, back to us. You wonder why I'm laughing, he's just had his dinner. And he's just wiping his face on my skirt. Thank you very much. I really wanted dog food all over the end of my skirt. Yes, I did. Very nice of you to share it with me. Actually, what I'm wearing is, I did some ironing. Don't faint, don't faint. If I tell you that there's ironing in my basket that's from my holiday in Skiathos in 2012, you will know how much I hate ironing. Anyway, it got to the situation where I couldn't find any sort of summer dresses in my wardrobe at all, and I kept thinking, I'm sure I've got summer dresses, should have got them. I've got a whole new wardrobe. Well, not quite yet, because there's still things in the ironing basket. I mean, after a while, even though I have to sit down on a tall perching stool, after a while, you know, my back just says, no, thank you. But it's actually a very great step forward, because even with my perching stool, I haven't been able to do any ironing for a long time. So I'm taking the advantage of while my injection is working still, to actually try and catch up a bit with the ironing, because it was just overfacing me. It was just daunting. You know, I just needed a fairy to come in. It was like as high as an elephant's high, my ironing pile, and it was just getting larger, and it was depressing me. Right, what have I been doing? Well, I was making the top for myself, as you know, to go with the cream dress. That is what I had to unravel. I got it further down than my knees, and I held it up, and right in the middle, a mistake. Now, some of you might be able to live with that, but I can't live with that. I can't, honestly. So it's back to being, oops, as short as it was, more or less before. Whereas it was down to my knees, and I've unpicked, as I say, I don't know where it's gone now. Well, actually, I unpicked more than that, because I've actually done about 10 rows. That's how far up the mistake was. I could not, seriously, I'm a bit, whatever, OCD or whatever. I could not seriously have lived with that. Yeah. Right, well, first of all, I've got some thanks to say. You know my search for a drinking vessel, and so I won't knock it over. I got a text message, from Cheryl, Camp Cab. She was in a place called This Is It or something. She said, have you got yourself a drinking thing? Yes, I know, searched everywhere. The ones online were like ridiculous, about £12 or something like that. She said, I've got you one. So thank you very much, Cheryl. Coming in very handy. It's been with me on several scooters, and it sits by my side. The thing is, I was not drinking enough water, and I am so clumsy that every time I put a glass of water next to me, over it goes. So, that's one reason why I wasn't drinking enough water, because I was scared to death of knocking everything flying over my computer, over everything, At this stage, I can't afford a new computer. And she also sent me a lovely card, which I put somewhere safe. You know, that safe place you put things so you don't lose them. Anyway, she also sent me a lovely little heart that says love on it, and that's sweet. So thank you very much, Cheryl. Well, I haven't really been doing much. I ordered 2 sets of needles and I don't know what I did, but either the shop made a mistake or I made a mistake, so I got 2 pairs of 2.25, so I've had to order another pair of 2.00. What else has arrived? It's mostly I've been collecting sort of bits and pieces, you know, to do with my doll making type of thing, yeah. But these I got for the grandson total of, I think it was about 99p, because the postage was free. It came all the way from China. I just had this sort of vague idea I was going to, you know, crochet rings or little squares together to make, you know, some sort of jewellery thing for myself. Whether anything will ever come of it is another matter. Tiny, tiny, tiny ribbon. It's less than about 3mm wide, I think. That's for the dolly making when I resume my dolly making. Buttons have come. More buttons. You know when I said I'd ordered the wrong size? Well, more buttons have come. I didn't quite realise I'd ordered 2 packs, but hey ho. They weren't exactly expensive, so they won't break the bank. I also got lace, which is really sweet. Terribly, terribly narrow lace. But it also, you know, it looks kind of chunky on a doll. And then a bag of assorted lace, which will come in handy when I start to make the larger doll clothes. I've got patterns for the American doll, is it? I've got crochet and knitting books. I think you've seen them in a former video. And I've got some more ribbon that's in the other room, but that's another bag of very narrow ribbon. I think actually the one in the other room is thinner than these. And I got some more narrow. I know I overstock on things, but I can't abide when I'm making something. I don't have shops local that sell any kind of notions whatsoever. So it has to be ordered online, or I have to make a serious effort to get into town. And when I only want like a bit of ribbon or a press stud or a button, it would really, really irritate me if I had to go into town. Anyway, I've just got some little press fasteners because they always come in handy. Those are the invisible ones. Well, they're not invisible really, but they're plastic. And then I got the silver and the black. So I think really that's about my life as is for the week. As I mentioned before, my son's with me for a few days, so it's very, very nice to see him. And you know, I love him dearly. Great to see him, but the routine does go a little bit out the window. Well, I mean, I spent one day ironing. And if you saw my ironing pile, I haven't made a dent in it. I don't really think that of anything else does. And there's the phone, so that's a cue to say goodbye.